It's waiting. We are finally live. Hey, everybody. Yay. We are celebrating. Welcome. We have one of our amazing WEN Live presenters, Beth Elkassih, and we are celebrating a huge accomplishment. Welcome, Beth.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
I am so happy to have you here. So tell us what you're celebrating.
Well, it was a long process, actually, but we finally got approval from Amazon, and I am pleased to announce my second book, I Just Want to Be Happy Again. And and actually, it's a collection of 14 of my most popular blog articles of MadeYouSmileBack.com, and it's about different topics on how to find yourself again, and while you're facing everyday life struggles. And especially, I felt like it was timely because everyone's trying to come out of this funk of the COVID fatigue depression syndrome. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. I do. I think people have kind of hit a wall where they're kind of done. They're done.
Yeah, we're tired of it. We're annoyed. We want to get back to living 100% traveling again. I just booked a vacation to Key West with a really dear friend of mine, and May 13th. Anyway, you won't believe the deals you can get out there of the resort. We got like a 60% discount that it normally would in this season.
Wow.
So we're flying. We're going to have a great time.
Where are you headed?
Key West.
Fun. Very exciting.
Yeah. I've never been there. I love Florida. I've been to Florida all over the place, but I've never taken that trip over to the islands.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Have you been there?
I have not been to Key West yet, but we'll see. I hope to get down there eventually, but I think I would have to fly down because I don't do well driving over bridges. Now, if somebody else is driving, I'm okay, but if it's me driving, I'm not so keen on it.
I understand totally, 100%. I don't like it when going through the mountains in the Grand Canyon. That scares me to death. My husband has to drive, and I have to be in the back seat, and I have to be lying down.
See, I would get motion sickness.
Yeah,
that would not work so well for me. But yeah, I'm excited for you. So yeah, seriously, y'all get Beth's book. It's on Amazon. I Just Want to Be Happy Again. And this is such an important thing right now because there has been a huge spike in depression and anxiety and mental health issues because, resilience is tough to keep being resilient. A year in is like, woo.
Yeah, I mean, we've all temporarily lost our sparkle, I think, and we need to get it back. And we're still not completely there yet, but man, we've come a long way. I mean, I just love watching the YouTube videos now, and they're showing where grandkids are hugging their grandparents for the first time after a year. It's just amazing, for sure.
Yeah, and you don't realize how much you're missing until you're really, really missing it.
We have to have a physical connection. Mm-hmm. I think that's key. And I think that's key also in maintaining a healthy mental fitness for ourselves as well, is to have that social interaction. And because we haven't, and so many people had never experienced, I would say there's maybe a small percentage that hasn't experienced maybe a little bit of depression or anxiety at times. But during this period of COVID, I would imagine that everybody now knows what it's like to feel lonely and isolated and down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. And, craving touch, craving friendship, craving just being in the presence of another human is a thing. Especially friends who are single or, alone, in their apartments, and you've been stuck there for months and months and months and months.
And, Zoom is a vitally valuable component that we all discovered, right? But it's still just not the same.
No, it's absolutely not the same.
So I encourage everybody to get out even if you are lonely and don't have many friends nearby or family, you can still get out and walk in your park, and you're bypassing people and smile. You don't have to wear your masks anymore. Smile and greet one another. I think it's really important we reconnect so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the park system here is huge. The walking trail system here is pretty huge. I think it's part of how we've managed to maintain our sanity. And then like, even over the winter months, because it doesn't get quite as cold in North Carolina as it does some places, you know, we go out and we go walking and looking at the Christmas lights and, you know, and just getting out of the house. I mean, my thing has lately been to go drive to Starbucks at 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 3 o'clock and go and just sit in the sun.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
You know, has anybody out there ever done I'm going to go invent an errand so that I can go and sit in the parking lot somewhere and just like be not in my house?
There's nothing wrong with that. That's taking time out for yourself, which is so vitally important to your own mental well-being. You need that break, you know? It's not only about connection with other people, it's reconnecting with your inner self, yourself. You know what I mean? We've lost touch even as that goes a lot of times.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah. Well,
so it reminds me, I think maybe after this live, I might need a Starbucks. Sit out in the parking lot in the sun.
Yeah, go sit in the sun. Go. You know, my husband chases Pokemon. My husband is a huge fan of Pokemon, so I've always played a little bit, but it's been part of our couple's time because he's cooped up at home working too. And, you know, we're spending all that time going out, walking, chasing Pokemon, spending time in the sun, or just taking a break at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Taking a hot bath is another good one.
I love showers too. They're nice to have too as well.
Find my inner happies.
Your inner happy. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Absolutely. And being a little bit goofy around the edges, I admit.
There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, aren't you about ready to do a Easter? I don't know what we would call it. An
Easter egg drop?
It's an Easter egg drop. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we're driving up to Virginia, to Waynesboro, Virginia, where my son is in school on Easter Day. And we're going to leave here at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning and get up there. And we have 2,000 plastic Easter eggs that are stuffed with candy for his classmates. And so all of the 7-day boarders, all the kids that are there are going to have Easter eggs to hunt. We're taking bets over how long it's going to take them to actually scoop up all the eggs because, you know, they're high school boys. They run fast. So I'm going to guess that we're going to have, you know, that sucking sound you hear will be them going across the field and it'll be done.
I just wonder, are they going to have the traditional Easter egg baskets with them or probably?
No, they're going to have to shove like 30 eggs each into their shirts or something.
Oh, no, that should be hysterical to just watch. And you're doing that with a couple of other parents as well?
Yep. We are dropping off the eggs, and because of COVID, and the kids have not been vaccinated. So we are just dropping off the eggs, and the school administration will be there, and they will take pictures, and then I will zip by, you know, after they've had a chance to empty the eggs and leave me the empties in the pile of boxes. And it'll be fun. You
definitely need to put that on your Facebook Live. When it happens, everybody will be dying to see.
Yeah, I will do some living of the laying of the eggs, but I won't be there at the time when they're picking up the eggs.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So but the befores and the afters, I've already got all 2,000 eggs stuffed. And turns out that I have lots of Reese peanut butter cups left over. I know you feel sorry for me. You feel really, really sorry for me that I have 2 56-ounce bags of peanut butter cups left over.
I love them. Just enjoy one at a time. And then they'll wait forever.
I put them in the kitchen so that I have to get up and go walk and go find the Reese peanut butter cups.
I see.
You know, and I allow myself one at a time. So I have to get up and walk into the kitchen and go get one Reese peanut butter cup and then bring it back to my desk.
Yeah.
And then get up and then go do the next one.
Yeah. That's good.
But it's all good. It's fun. You know, it's spreading a little bit of joy. I'm going to guess that these, you know, nearly grown boys, you know, because they range in age from 7th grade up through seniors in high school. So some of them are getting ready to graduate from high school. It's going to be like mildly hysterical to see them like chasing after the eggs.
Have you done this before in any other season? Oh, wow. That's going to be
not for this many kids, I guess. I've done it for Girl Scouts and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And it's just as hilarious with high school girls as I'm going to guess it's going to be with high school boys.
Yeah.
Because they don't outgrow it.
Oh, no. Fun is fun. I don't care. I'm 64 and I still have fun every single day if I possibly can. I have to or I'll go start crazy mad.
Yeah, same. I mean, I used to do things like with my Girl Scouts where we made marshmallow blasters.
Oh, wow.
So you build these little PVC, you know, marshmallow blaster, and you put the marshmallow in the end of it. You like blow it. And the one takeaway that I took from that one is that thou shalt not do the marshmallow blasting in thine own yard.
Oh, yeah. And don't do it I couldn't do it in Texas. I can't even imagine 100-degree heat. Oh my gosh, the gooey marshmallow yard.
That's about what happened in 100-degree North Carolina heat.
Oh, wow. I can't even imagine.
The critters in the yard ate well for a while. You
know, the one thing that we did growing up is I was one of 8 kids, or 9. Okay, had 4 brothers, 4 sisters. We did water balloon fights during the summer, and one of the reasons we did is to cool off. Okay,
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
So we did the latex-free version of that because we had a girl who's allergic to latex in the group. So you fill buckets of water and you give each kid a bucket of water.
Oh no!
And sponges. Okay. And so you take a wet sponge and you give every kid a supply of sponges. Okay. You know, not the kind that have the abrasive, the soft kind. And they dunk them in the water and it'll throw them and they hit each other with, you know, this big wet, sloppy thing. So each person tends to hold on to their bucket of water throughout the process.
Yeah. Yeah. That reminds me, we also would take the garden hose and we get a slippy slide. Have you ever been on a slippy slide?
I have. We've even had slippy slides in our own yard for our own kids.
Yeah.
And we've turned the slide in our backyard into a slippy slide.
How did you do? Did you put a hose down so it would run through? Well, like slid down.
Mm-hmm. And then the bottom, and then there's like I have one that has an actual like swimming pool, like kid type pool at the bottom, or or more often my kids would just put the hose and turn the bottom area of the slide into a mud pit, which is why I don't have great grass in parts of my yard, guys. And they would just turn it into a mud pit and wallow in it.
For some reason, I was thinking, because I'm a pool owner, so I was thinking, you know, there are slides for pools, but you're saying you took a regular slide from a play set and put a little pool. Oh, a plastic pool thing.
Well, so we had 2 things. One was like when the kids were little, we have a plastic pool with an actual like plastic like little tight slide that you go down. And then once they were a bit bigger, they would use the playset slide and they would either move the pool underneath it or more often they would just turn the area underneath the slide into a mud pit and just.
Oh. They still had fun though.
And wallow in it. Yep.
How cool.
The stories I could tell you about my children.
It's great to think about your own childhood. I'm sure when you were a kid, you had fun things to do with your family too, right?
I did a few things, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
You know, I grew up on a farm.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and like I said, I was one of 9. And my mom, you know what they would do? She would just open the door, the backyard door, and say, "Go and play. Go have fun." Could you imagine, Haley, us doing that today with our children, our grandkids, the millennials and their children? We can't.
I've done that.
You know.
How do you think my backyard got turned into a mud pit with a hose?
Well, your go have fun has boundaries. Ours was the great backyard door nature. We would ride bikes, we would climb trees, we would hike through pastures and cornfields, and we raided the old one-room schoolhouses, and they still had the books inside. So we would ransack them and get those best books. But we had a really good time. And then I don't know if you know, but on farms sometimes with farm hands, to get everyone to know it's time for supper or for lunch or whatever, it would be a dinner bell. And so she said, when you hear the dinner bell, it's time to come home and have dinner or supper, you know.
Yeah, we have something like that in our house. We have a gong.
Oh, yeah. I will never forget that gong.
I bet you won't.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I love writing, and I love giving encouragement, inspiration to everyone. But sometimes the hurdles you have to go through in order to accomplish your goals. I know you did a spiel the other day about don't give up. You could be so close, but don't give up. Don't quit on your dream.
Yeah. Well, so many times we stop 3 feet from gold, right?
Yes, exactly. For sure. I couldn't believe it. Everybody told me to go and do this collection for this book. So I did. So I didn't think anything of it. But oh my gosh, the hoops I had to go through with Amazon to get approved was amazing. And the caveat is that if you're a blogger and you've got content out there on the internet, guess what? You need to prove it's yours.
Yeah, you could.
Copyright. So I ended up for 14 of my best blogs, I had to provide Amazon the name of the title, the name of the publishing date, and the URL for each and every single one, just to show that I was the original author and owner of the copyright.
That's just crazy. I did not have to do that the time I did a compilation, but I guess they're getting stricter.
Maybe, perhaps, but
yeah, it's been a few years since I did mine. But
we're back online, and it's digital. The digital's been discounted from $6.99 to I think $1.99 or $2.99. So
I'll have to go get it.
Available right now. And then tomorrow we're going to have an official book launching party starting with your Facebook Live, Haley, at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. And I'm going to go for 4 hours straight. And I'll be interviewing a couple of other authors and having giveaways and having all kinds of fun things to do.
That's awesome. Cool. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me to be here today. It was
thank you for joining me.
Diversion from the afternoon, right?
Right. Absolutely. That's what I'm here for.
So
take care, guys. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you. Bye.